right, welcome to a new episode of the Freeform YouTube exclusive we do every week. So what's up, Lee? And wait, before we get going, we want to wish all of you a Merry Christmas. Thank you for subscribing to our podcast. Thank you for listening to our podcast. And we hope you have a rocket year. Just the music Lee wants you to listen to, not mine.
Well, there's only one particular album that's a Christmas album that I would suggest people to hear, only because it's so strange. But I don't know if I need to talk about it. But let's just say, if you want to ask me about it later, you can ask me about it, because I don't usually promote Christmas albums.
Neither do I, but I did a YouTube show with my brother Jerry Soupe, the top 5 Christmas songs. So we did that, or albums or whatever, and I picked Cheap Trick and shit like that. I picked non-traditional Christmas music. I like non-traditional. I'm not into the choir boys and shit like that.
Well, I'll mention it. It's a group called Rotary Connection, and that had Minnie Riperton on vocals. And back then, my dad, I wanted to get Gloria Gaynor's Never Could Say Goodbye, and he kept telling me, why don't you instead get Minnie Riperton's album, because she's like considered to be really hot and a lot of the hipsters like her. And he says, I'm kind of interested in hearing her stuff. And I went, but I want to get Gloria Gaynor. And so, well, I think that you might want to get Minnie Riperton, or I suggest that. And I went, well, I want Gloria Gaynor. So I went, okay, we'll get Gloria Gaynor. And I got Gloria Gaynor, and then I found out later I should have listened to my dad, because I did like the Gloria Gaynor album, but it's like very dated. And Minnie Riperton's stuff is like she's done all over the place. She's done psychedelic and rock and folk and classical and soul and pop and everything. And Gloria Gaynor just did for like hours and hours and hours and hours. And it's fine if you're like in a disco and you're with someone who you don't even know whether they're pretty or ugly, but they dance well, and you just end up going to bed with them later, and then later you're like, fuck it, number one on the list.
You did
after 1,000.
You did fuck it if you're in bed with them. So
yeah. It and then so but it's like, but Minnie Riperton. This is going to be a long shot. You probably. I don't know whether you've heard of it. Have you ever heard I Am the Black Gold of the Sun, the song by Rotary Connection? Dun 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 dun.
Sounds familiar.
I am the black gold of the sun.
Send it to me later, because I do hear things and I just.
I am the black gold of the sun. Dun 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 dun. All right.
But,
they do the weirdest version of Silent Night that you've ever heard, and so and on the album, a couple of the members of the group have these really weird eyes, like they're weird, like deranged elves or something. So it's like it's kind of a humorous album cover, but they do some cool stuff on it. So that's one album. It's an album by Rotary Connection called Peace, and I'll listen to it even after Christmas, because it's a really trippy album, and it's one of the few only really out there albums that are Christmas albums that I would listen to. I don't want to hear Iron Maiden doing like Happy Christmas Time with horn sections. I don't want to hear that shit,
dude. That's why I like Cheap Trick. They just play fucking rock, or fucking even Run DMC was pretty cool Christmas song. But Bruce Springsteen's live version of Santa Claus Is Coming to Town is really good.
That's actually a good song. That's actually a song that I like.
Yeah, my favorite is just Hall Notes, man. Fucking Jingle Bell Rock. That's the shit I saw on MTV, and like in Christmas time, or fucking Paul McCartney, Simply Having a Wonderful Christmas Time.
I do like that. Yeah. But I would say with Hall and Notes, we need to do some that you don't even know, because Hall and Notes were around like when you were 1 year old. You don't even know.
Dude, I
you
love
don't
Daryl.
even know.
I love Daryl Hall's voice.
You don't know their early stuff.
I probably don't, but wasn't Every Time You Go Away and early stuff by them?
Oh,
God.
Good. What year was that?
I don't know. I know Paul Young did a better cover of it. Look at him chasing his alcohol. Dude, I just drink whiskey on ice. I don't need a chaser.
I need a chaser.
You gotta fuck.
I need someone to chase me. But anyway, 1971, not 1984. Damn it.
You're out of touch. I'm out of time.
That's 1983. It's good, period. But it's not.
I love that Big Bam Boom album.
You don't know you don't know War Babies.
Probably not, but I'll probably, you know what? I probably like it because I like the voice, man.
So even if the music's weird as shit, you'll still like it?
Is he singing?
Because of the voice?
Is he singing? It's like Tommy Shaw. He could fucking sing the phone book or Robin Zander and I'd like it. So
okay, well, War Babies then. Either that or we could do his solo album called Sacred Songs.
Cool. I have one of his solo albums. I like it.
That's not the one you have.
I know it isn't.
you don't have the good stuff.
No, I probably don't.
Yeah, you like Chef Boyardee.
Dude, you talking about SpaghettiOs? That's fucking nasty shit, dude. That's
then
like
why do you listen to nasty shit?
I like the nasty shit music because it's my taste. But fuck.
Oh God, you
have you ever had
never mind.
Have you ever seen Diddy Moore Stew? As a kid, I'd love that shit. But as an adult, I look at it and I look at my dog's canned dog food. And I go, is it dog food? It looks like dog food.
I never really loved it, but you're right. You're right.
The beef is like dog biscuits.
Yeah.
Like meat. I can't eat it anymore.
I can't eat Chip Boyardee anymore either. I only think about the fact that as a kid, I liked SpaghettiOs better, but I
like the raviolis. I think that's the only thing I like.
Yeah, my only thing though is that as adults we grow up. But what I mean is in music, well, actually I like the Banana Splits. Na 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 na. I like that song. I like that stuff.
Weird.
And I like the Fifth Dimension. Up and away, my beautiful balloon. That was one of my influences growing up in music. Writing my own songs was doing like my old like my song. I had a Lincoln log can that did like a ping ping sounds like I did the song My Old Tree. Boom 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 boom.
I think the only hippie song that I could stand is Age of Aquarius.
I like that.
And that one song where something's going on here. It ain't exactly.
Yeah, that's Buffalo Springfield.
Yeah, I like them.
Yeah.
That's David Crosby, right?
That's Stephen Stills.
Stephen Stills.
But
okay, it's one of them.
You're close enough.
But I like that. I don't like it when Garth Brooks does it. No.
I've never even heard Garth Brooks. Oh, The Litter did a heavy metal version of it, or a heavy rock version of it, if you want to hear it. He goes, don't that sound. Everybody knows what's going down. Dun 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 dun. It's really cool, and it was from the '60s. We should do a Litter album. But the album Distortions. That's a good album.
We need to do Ramones album.
Oh no, we don't.
Yeah, we do. We need to do the debut album.
Oh fuck it!
We need to get Dr. Fuck on this on the Ramones album.
I'm gonna piss him off too with
my
review.
Good because
no,
I need 2 Against 1 because we just had 2 Against 1 on the Damn Yankees album. I need somebody to have my back on an album.
you good. Then do it with him. You'll have 2 backs on your album.
But we need a dissenting review.
You need someone who gets a fart in and a poop in.
Hey, I want to ask you something that we brought up on the podcast we're going to release later today.
Okay.
Super groups. What are your favorite super groups of all time? I know a couple of them, I think.
You could tell me because I forget, and then I can tell you if you're right.
Cream.
The thing is that even though I do like them, back then they weren't even considered supergroups because not everybody knew who John Mayall was. Not everybody knew who Graham Bond and the organization was. They just happened to have been in other groups. So it wasn't considered to be a supergroup. Now it is, because now everybody now knows who Graham Bond and the organization is, and everybody knows who John Mayall is. But back then, no, they were just people who went from one group to another. So Cream is good, but they weren't really a super group.
Okay, what about Traffic?
They weren't a super group. Well, I mean, Steve Winwood was in Spencer Davis group, but I mean, other than that, the rest of them were just regular guys in the group. So you have to, I like them, but I mean, you have to understand that back then there weren't any such thing as supergroups. That's the thing that people talk about now. Back then, nobody heard about. Well, I mean, they might have known about Spencer Davis group, but I mean, the rest of the guys, they just weren't in any other groups. So they're not a super group.
Derek and the Dominoes?
Now, they were probably one of the first super groups, even though it's kind of a middle of the road thing, because Carl Radel and Jim Gordon had played with Delaney and Bonnie, and Duane Allman was in the Allman Brothers, and Eric Clapton was known for Cream and everything. So yeah, that's considered to be one of the first supergroups. I do like them. I don't love them, but yeah, I had their first album. They did an album in concert, which I haven't actually heard, but I heard is pretty good. So yeah, I they're good.
Blind Faith?
Oh, that's actually now considered to be a supergroup. And they were before Derek and the Dominoes. But right before. And I think part of the reason why Eric Clapton went in Derek and the Dominoes was to get away from Ginger Baker. but that's a whole other story. But yeah, Ginger Baker and Eric Clapton were in Cream, and Steve Winwood was in Traffic, and Rick was in a group called Family, which is a good group, which we might review one of these days, but I'm not in a hurry to do them because, you know, there's so many groups to do, and I don't know whether or not you're yet willing to listen to intelligent music, but it's still a.
Okay, what about Mr. Big?
That's just a super poop. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that.
Racer X, David Lee Roth Band, fucking Eric Martin.
Those are Eric Martin on his own was just Eric Martin, but I mean, I like him, so please leave him out of the equation of these other creeps that you're mentioning. But no, I'm sorry. I don't mean. Oh, you're talking about the people who were with Mr. Big.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about David Lee Roth Band as being a supergroup and Eric Martin Band as being a supergroup.
No, Mr. Big is
my stupid. Yeah. Yeah. I heard all of their albums, their studio albums, so I just want you to know that I heard all of them. I love
the ones with Richie Kotzen on them also.
Oh,
dude! Because Richie Kotzen,
I would prefer,
he blends with Eric Martin so good.
I want to do more of an Eric Martin album than another Mr. Big album.
Have you heard his?
But
have you heard his Japanese albums?
The album because yes, They're good.
Mr. Singer, where he does "The Heart Will Go On" by Celine Dion. Ew.
That's not
awful.
Can you please shut up about that? That's not what I want to talk about. I want to talk about the other stuff that yeah. But I mean, he. Have you ever heard the song "Sucker with the Pretty Face"?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I remember from back then. That was my time period. That's good stuff.
You're only 5 years older than me. You act like I wasn't there. I wasn't there for.
Well, you weren't there.
I wasn't. You had the 65, and you remember when you were half of one. So
yeah.
I don't. I remember when I was 6. What happened when I was 6? Not, dude.
That's like, because you didn't have anything going on before then. You were like just eating pudding and potatoes.
Okay, I don't know any more really super. I know some more super. What about Coverdale Plant? No, Coverdale Page, not Coverdale Plant.
I actually don't like them that much.
You don't like Coverdale Page?
Shake My Tree. I think it's a. Come on! After about 4 minutes, it finally has 20 seconds of good music.
Dang. Chicken Foot's a super group with Sammy.
Yeah, but I mean, every time that I hear them, it's like whitewash. It's like the stain went away, and the stain was the song, and it went out of my head. Dude, I still don't know what I think about them.
A rope kicks out.
I'll try and think. Okay, what super groups?
Turning left.
What super groups do I like? I like West, Bruce, and Lang. That was
you like that Bogart band?
Leslie West with Corky Lang and Jack Bruce. I like Beck Bogart and a piece to an extent. I think that they sounded better when they were live, but no, I still listen to them. I kind of like Natural Gas, which is a group that I want us to review only because it's so obscure, but it has Jerry Shirley from Humble Pie and Joey Molland from Badfinger. But let's see. I'll try and think of one more super group, even though they weren't a super group because nobody knew of them at that time. Hughes Thrall, Glenn Hughes and Pat Thrall, because Glenn Hughes was in Trapeze and Pat Thrall was in Pat Travers and was also in a group called Cook and Mama, which I gave you a link to a couple of those songs and you didn't like it because you said they were jazz.
I tried to like jazz.
Stupid bitch.
But I listen to everything you send me. You got to give me credit.
Yeah. No, I do give you credit. But I mean, Cook and Mama's a good group.
I think Power Station was a great super group too.
They were okay. Actually, I liked them.
Tony Thompson was a great drummer, man.
Yeah, he was. I have to hear the album. I heard it long ago, and I forget what I thought. But
that's like Tony Thompson from Chic. You got Andy Taylor and John Taylor. No, yeah. Andy Taylor and it's John Taylor, right? John Taylor from Duran Duran.
Yeah.
And Robert Palmer from Robert Palmer. It's like fucking what a great voice Robert had. I like the album Looking for Clues. It's a great fucking album.
I like the song. I actually got the album thinking that I would like the whole album. And I'll have to hear the whole album again, but at least I do like that song. That was one of my favorite songs of his.
I do like his version of Didn't Mean to Turn You On. That's a great song.
That's cool. Another good album of his, well, the very last song on this album is kind of way too long and it doesn't really go much anywhere, even though you might like it, but the album is called Sneakin' Sally Through the Alley. And the last song is called some like Through It All, There's You. And it's just like 14 minutes of Through It All, There's You. Through it all, there's you. And after about 5 minutes, you go, can you please do something else, please?
Yeah.
But the rest of the album is really good.
All right, man. That's our super groups. But dude, what do you got going on? Merry Christmas, brother.
Yeah, I'm probably going to go to my sister's tomorrow. She stays in 2 different places, but in the place where she'll probably be in tomorrow is only about a 10-minute walk away, as opposed to a 2-hour drive away. So it'll be easier for me to visit her in the closer place. And yeah, and one of these days, because we've done stuff where I did my songs and she sang, and she's a good singer. So if I can sometime get her to do vocals again on a video or some doing one of my songs, that would be cool, because I'm a good songwriter, but I'm not a good singer, no matter what anybody
Your
says.
voice is eclectic and it rules,
But it's not my.
No, you're a great songwriter, dude. I give you that. Your song.
Yeah. The difference between my voice and a good voice is the difference between Neil Young and Ike Willis. Ike Willis was the guy who sang Frank Zappa songs, like the song Lucille Has Messed My Mind Up.
Yeah,
that's Ike Willis.
Oh wow,
he's a good singer, and so Lucille has messed my mind up, as opposed to I'll see you on the harvest moon.
I like Neil Young.
Daddy, I have a backache.
I like Neil Young. I like
I do.
This Note's for You, Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young.
I like This Note's for You.
And that's a great song.
I think the whole album's good.
I ain't singing for Coke.
I like the whole album. I like the whole album. There's one called Twilight.
Remember that was banned on MTV, and then they put it back on because everybody's going, why is this banned? It's just he's just saying he ain't a sellout. That's all.
Yeah. MTV. I used to watch it mostly just because it was on, and because hey, free video music. It was cool.
I miss that. Now you got to go look for the shit. MTV doesn't show you new shit. Radio doesn't show you new shit. You got to go on YouTube, because like somebody said, it says, tell me if there's any new music out there that's worth it. I said Rival Sons. He went and looked up Rival Sons. He goes, oh shit, this shit rules. Go, exactly.
Jay Buchanan did a solo album, which I had. I'm not going to say I loved all of the songs, but I mean, the words to the song If You Leave are pretty damn creepy, but the music is fucking awesome, and it's a great song to hear if you want to hear great music. But if you want to hear a song where the lyrics are not creepy and it's just a really, really good song, it's kind of a political song, but it's still good. It's called American Son. Listen to Jay Buchanan doing American Son. You will think it's fucking cool.
I love his voice, dude. I'll listen to anything that guy sings.
You will like it better than Rival Sons. Both those songs, both those songs that I mentioned, both those songs are good, but one of the songs, the words are eerie, but I don't mind it. It's a good song. It's just really, really, the words are kind of disturbing, but the other song, the words are political and interesting. But both songs, I would say If You Leave and American Son, if you want to hear some really good rock stuff by him, that's the stuff to hear. You don't know the difference. You might think it's just as good as Rival Sons. You don't have any filter where you can understand the difference between good and bad music. Except when it comes to extreme exceptions like the stuff that I gave you that you don't like, but I mean, you're like, oh, this song is great. Oh, that song is great. Oh, this song is great. Oh, that song is great. You don't. But you have a good, entertaining voice. You could be like Dr. Donald D. Rose. Hi, kids. We're going to put on the new song by Your Name Here. And it's a great song. You remember Dr. Donald D. Rose, don't you? From KFRC?
I know Dr. Demento.
You don't know Dr. Donald D. Rose?
No, Dr. Demento is like you, dude. Shit. You guys, I don't see you together at parties. You know, are you the same person?
Oh boy. Well, yeah.
Are you the one who broke Weird Al Yankovic?
well, he actually, his real name is Barry Hansen.
Yeah, I know.
And he produced an album by John Fahey, which is a folk album, but it's called The Yellow Princess. But he goes by his real name, Barry Hansen, and he writes the liner notes, and he's pretty intelligent. So it's kind of maybe sort of, if not rock, I'll pretend it's rock, and we can review it.
You already did that with me with Soft Machine.
So I'm gonna do it again with John Fahey.
Soft Machine was not rock, man.
Yeah, it was rock. Fuck you. And so I'm gonna do it with John Fahey, which is not quite rock, but I'm still gonna say fuck you.
I like Jeff Fahey. He's a great actor.
Huh?
I like Jeff Fahey. He's a good actor.
Jeff Fahey?
Jeff Fahey. He was in fucking Lawnmower
Jeff Fahey.
Man.
Oh, Jeff Fahey.
Yeah,
That might be his
Body Parts.
Barry Hannah's John, no, you're getting me confused, but there's a guy, there's two guys that if we can get Tim Raznik again on the podcast, Michael Franks or the Scoop Spyro Gyra. That would be
Gyra
really
is
cool.
totally jazz.
Oh, shut up!
That ain't rock.
Shut up! They sound like Steve. Shut up! Shut up! Edit this out. Edit this out. It's like Steely Dan.
You're telling me to edit?
I want. That's the kind of that's like Michael McDonald, Jeff Skunk Baxter stuff that he likes. You'll love it, man.
I love Jeff Skunk Baxter.
I'm not saying that I like it. I'm not saying that I like Spyro Gyra, but I mean, you guys deserve it, so we have to do the album.
No, we could get Tim Wisniak to do anything. He said he'll be on anytime. He will be on the Load and Reload episodes.
Oh, then he needs to be on the Spyro Gyra episode. and then he also needs to be on Michael Franks.
Well, you know what? You got a podcast called the Lee Gershman Podcast.
I'll
do it on there. I'll do it on there with you.
We need to do it on yours because we need to shame you.
That's ours. I don't want to be shamed. You shame me on the damn Yankees episode.
I'm going to shame you even more. We need. People aren't going to listen to a review of Spyro Gyra on my. Well, actually, they might, but I mean, actually, if that's your condition, I'll do it. But I mean, the thing is, you need to know about Michael Franks. You know,
I like Jonathan Franks from The Next Generation. Star Trek.
You need it. You need to hear The Lady Wants to Know by Michael Franks.
Do I really need to hear it, Lee?
Oh, you won't like it. But I mean, the point is that you'll love it. And it's a really good album. It's not rock. I mean, it's rock, but
oh my God, it's not rock. Let me listen to it first and I'll decide if it's rock.
You know, I'm trying to
broaden
mess
my horizons.
With you. I'm trying to mess with you, and you're acting way too intelligent for your own fucking good, you asshole.
All
The
right,
lady
man.
wants to know. She wants to know
Dude,
the reason.
I would do
Wants to know the reason why
the
the
closest I could
lady
do.
got to go. And she wants to, oh, listen to for wanna he know home. Da 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 da. But the Carpenters did a version of that.
Oh, dude, I hate the Carpenters.
Well, I'm
Oh
not
my
saying
God.
that they did it as good as him.
Dude, my wife loves the Carpenters. Oh boy.
Does she
I'm
also
gonna
like the
die.
Plumbers
I don't know,
and
but
the Painters?
dude, I can't stand Karen Carpenter's voice. It's like James Taylor. It just wants to put me to sleep.
She looked good. I mean,
Well,
she died
she's
unfortunately, but I mean, she looked good
she
while she
had
was alive.
she had a cute face, but I don't care how she looked. I didn't like her sound. She was a good drummer though. You gotta give her
Yeah,
that. She's a good
yeah.
drummer. But man, I think we're done, dude. Say goodbye, man.
Okay, okay. Goodbye, man.